Alright, it is November the 13th in this whole Nofap, no porn November thing. What a time to be alive. But anyway, I've got a question for you. I have a serious question for you right now, man. Are you going to be a cuck or are you going to be a conqueror? This is a legitimate choice you have to make, and it sounds silly, but the reality of the situation is porn is for cucks. That's just the way this works. Okay? That's the truth. I didn't make it. That's just the truth. But here's the thing. If you've been a porn addict, if you were watching porn right before you started watching this video, guess what? I do not care. I don't care. I care about what you're going to do now, what you're going to do for the rest of your life. You see, if you've been addicted to porn, if you've been watching porn, if that's the way you've been, guess what? A cuck isn't who you are. It's just what you've been doing. You have a choice day by day, minute by minute. What am I going to be? Am I going to be a cuck or a conqueror? Am I going to be a guy who sits around in front of a screen watching some girl get nailed by some other dude or by some other girl or by some other thing? I don't know what it is. Whatever you're into, I don't care. I don't want to hear about it. But is that who you're going to be? Or are you going to be somebody who is able to control themselves, who is disciplined, who is able to strive for goals and achieve them, who is able to subdue his desires and the chemicals inside of his body trying to tell him what to do and do what needs to be done instead? Accomplish something. That is what a conqueror is. That's really what all men should be. Being a cuck is not being a man, okay? Sitting around watching girls get nailed by something else is not being a man, okay? Men do things. Men get stuff done. Life doesn't just happen to us, okay? Life happens and we do something about it. That is who we are as men. And that's what this whole thing is, for me anyway, for what I'm doing. And different people have their different motivations for doing Nofap and all that. Okay, this is what I'm about. I'll just go ahead and let you know what's up here. Modern men, modern masculinity, all of it is just in a really, really sorry state right now. It's pathetic. I look and I see most men nowadays, not all men, but most men, and it's just pathetic. I mean, what do? They sit around, they watch porn, they play video games. That's what they live for. Maybe their life revolves around watching a sport or something. Watching other dudes play sports. Is that seriously the best thing in your life? Is that it? Or maybe it's just a job or something like that. You know, all these things are so much less than what we're meant to do. You see, look at history, okay? Look at history. Who are the people that are written about in the Bible? Who are the people that are written about in the history books, okay? Are these the men that life just happened to? Are these the men who had excuses? Are these the men who would have done something really cool, but this and this and this? No, it's the guys who went and did something. That is what they write about. And you know why they write about it? Because that's what mattered. The men who mattered were the ones who did something. The ones who made things happen. You know, a lot of men used their power to make bad things happen. But you know what? That's not what this is about either. This is about being greater men. And in the book The Way of Men, Jack Donovan, he made a distinction between two different qualities for men. There's being good and being good at being a man. And these are related, but they're different. So there's being ethically a good man, and there's being good at being a man, which is the whole greatness thing, the whole getting stuff done, the whole masculinity thing. You see, you can be a man who is just a good person, just like any child or woman can be a good person. Or you can be good at being a man, and that means something else. In many cases, men who are good at being men are not good men. But the best men are always both. The men who are written about favorably anyway in history are always both. They were good men and they were good at being men. That is who we need to be. You see, pornography has made us less of who we are. We look around at men just in our culture, And they're like a shallow, sickly parody of what it really means to be a man. That's what has happened to us. And whether it's by some conspiracy or something like that, whether it has anything to do with um, people of a certain demographic and lineage running most of the porn industry, whether it has anything to do with reptilians in the sky, I have no idea. whatever it is. But the fact of the matter is, regardless of whether there's some grand conspiracy or anything, regardless of any of that crazy stuff, you have a choice for your life. What kind of man are you going to be? You see, the porn industry didn't change when I quit porn 16 months ago. Nothing else outside of me changed. What changed was what I decided to do. And you have the same choice to make. Again, you're going to be a cuck or you're going to be a conqueror. It's that choice. It's that simple. And you know what? It's difficult. Many days it's very difficult. Many days I really do. My body tries to convince me that I would rather be a cuck for the day. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going back to that life. I'm not going back to being half of who I really am. You see, this is not about subduing who you are. This is not about trying to mitigate who you are. This is about fully becoming who you are. You see, pornography, porn addiction, this is an expression of masculinity. This is a poison for our masculinity. And we've got to take it back, okay? A lot of people, there are a lot of, and to be clear here, I love the entire anti-porn community. We're on the same side here and everything. But some of us have a different focus. And a lot of the porn, anti-porn community, they talk about, or they only focus on how bad porn is for women, or how pornography is a factor of toxic masculinity or something like that. Fewer people talk about the effect that pornography has on men. And you know what? It's all valid. Pornography hurts men and women, performers and viewers. My focus is for us to reclaim godly masculinity. For us to get back to the roots of what it really means to be a man, the way that God created us to be. That's my focus. And you know what? I do sympathize with the woman, with the children, with everybody who's been harmed by pornography. But men, it's got to start with us, okay? It's up to us to stop. Men, we're called to be leaders. That means we're the first ones on the battlefield. All right? And that battlefield right now, for most of us, it's right inside of our heads. It's in our bedrooms. It's in our basements. It's in our offices. It's wherever we're at any day. I mean, there's porn everywhere now. We've got phones. We've got a phone like what I'm holding right now. Wherever you are, porn is like 5 seconds away. And so the battle is everywhere with us. It's up to us to start fighting it, okay? Porn ain't going to quit itself. The porn industry ain't going to let up. The people running it aren't going to just suddenly have a change of heart and say, oh, you know what? This really is terrible. We should stop this. We've got to cut off the demand. That's the only way. It is the only way. We have to cut off the demand. There's no legislation that's going to stop this. There's no organization that's going to, get a bunch of petitions and stop this. There's nobody who's going to just suddenly have a change of heart and just tell the whole world, oh, this is horrible, and then nobody's going to watch pornography again. There's no porn producer or porn actor who's going to speak out and just change how everybody looks at it. Each of us individually, we've got to fight this war and we've got to win it. And cut off the demand. That ultimately is a huge part of my goal here. I've got some big goals. I'll just tell you guys, I've got some huge goals. Restoring godly masculinity in this culture is one of them. I don't know how far I'm going to get with that. That's a pretty ambiguous goal. It's pretty vague and it's pretty far-reaching. And then the other one, ultimately, I would like to see in my lifetime the porn industry destroyed, not by legislation, not by any violent means or anything like that, but simply by a lack of demand. And that's what I want to see. And it's a long shot, I know. Call me a dreamer, but that's what I'm working towards. But you know what? At the very least, what we can do is we can free ourselves. Even if we can't free the world, we can free ourselves. And if you want to be a conqueror instead of a cuck, then guess what? That's your choice. So make that choice. All right? Yes or no? It's up to you. But if you don't choose, if you decide not to choose, if you decide to put it off till later, if you just come away from this video thinking, oh, well, that's interesting. I guess porn really is bad. I'll have to work on that, I guess. Then I will take your answer for a no. But prove me wrong. All right? Those of you who do want to change, though, let's do this thing, okay? This is possible. Like I hinted at earlier, I've been off porn for 16 months. This is doable. You can quit for good. You can quit for good today. You know what? It's a struggle. You might relapse from time to time. The urges get really, really bad. These last 4 days, in fact, have been really, really tough for me, even after all this time. But you know what? It is worth it every step of the way. There's always growth. It's always an opportunity for growth. That's how you got to look at this thing. You're building discipline. You're building resolve. You're learning how to control yourself. You're learning how to be yourself more. It's great. It's a wonderful journey. It's tough, but it's wonderful. Nothing worthwhile is easy. Remember that. All right? But anyway, that covers it for now. Like I said, Nofap November, day 13. Stick with it, guys. If you haven't been with it, then get with it. Let's do this thing, okay? Let's change our lives. This ain't about the month. This is about the rest of your life. So get your life under control and live it. That's what it's here for, to live it. Use it for good, okay? This life has been entrusted to you, so don't waste it. Let's do this thing, all right? This is video 101 now. I've got a lot of videos. A lot of them are about how to quit porn, so you know what? Get on my channel and check those out if you want to learn more. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot I learned over the years of quitting porn. So, hop on over, check out a few of those videos. I will tell you, the more recent ones are the better ones. I've been doing this for about 8 months now, and I'm naturally not good at talking into a camera. So, yeah, the first ones, I don't think they were so hot, but lately I think we've been picking up a little bit. So, hopefully those will be informative for you. But anyway, subscribe to keep up with this in the future, because there's going to be more. We're going to keep at this thing. This is very much a team fight, and I'm with you guys. Okay? I had it in my mind at first that I was just going to quit porn and then just run off. And I was going to win for myself and then just live my life. But this is too good not to share. This is too good not to share. And I hope that you guys share too. I hope you guys share it. I hope you guys quit this thing and then help others to quit. Because we got to fight this as a team. The whole culture is against us right now. We've got to fight back as a team. So let's do that. All right? But anyway, I'm going to be around for a while, hopefully. Lord willing. But anyway, like I said, subscribe to keep up with all this stuff in the future. Follow me on Twitter for all that stuff. I'm more controversial on Twitter. Who knows if you like it or not. I might offend you. That's life, though. If you ain't ready to be offended, you ain't ready to live. But anyway, that covers it for now. Y'all have a lovely, lovely, wonderful, wonderful porn-free day, week, month, rest of your life. Living as a conqueror, not a cuck. All right. God bless you guys. Take it easy, but not too easy. This is Bro Hoshaphat reminding you that porn is for cucks. Until next time, I will talk to you later.